All right, technology is everywhere. Some of it is really cool, and some of it is just kind of awesome and a flash in the pan. What are we looking at in the world of tech? Kris Abel is here, as always, getting nerdy with all the cool things. Kris, last time Netflix made changes to their menu, it seemed to be, as reports at least online said, to be sort of this rollout of a new way to do things. And not everybody got it. I mean, it happened on mine. It did not happen on Mel's, for example. And
Right.
there was backlash like crazy
Mm-hmm.
with what they chose and how to do it. One thing Netflix has done well is have a good graphic interface to navigate. Apple's not great. You can't even tell which icon you're on. Disney's also not great. Clunky, slow, all of it. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Seems
Yeah.
like there's some new stuff coming our way, because I know AI around Netflix has been a much larger conversation. What are you seeing?
All right. So Netflix gave me a preview of the all new Netflix that's going to be rolling out. And so what this means is that first, I'm sad to say it's going to be a whole new menu system. So all of your choices are going to be along the top of the screen rather than down the side. What they're promising is it's going to take fewer clicks to get things done, and that overall your experience is going to be more responsive. Behind the scenes, they've got a new recommendation engine that's going to be running, that's going to be keeping track of every little choice, every click, everything that you do using Netflix. That includes every search item that you put in order to get a better sense of what kind of a person you are, what your interests are. And so there should be better recommendations when you pop in terms of what appears in the menu system at the beginning. But what I find interesting is that they're introducing a new artificial intelligence for the search bar itself. So when you type in a search for what kind of a movie that you're looking for, they say now the AI is conversational. You can have a conversation about what kind of a movie you're looking for. And so that's where things get really fun, because you can say things like, I'm looking for a scary movie, but not too scary. And it will respond to that and try to find what you're looking for. Or something like, hey, I'm looking for a comedy movie, but I don't want any fart jokes. Okay, it's going to do its best, because now they've increased the amount of metadata for all the movies and TV shows to be able to find little elements just like that to better match you up with the kind of movies and TV shows that you're looking for. And then finally, what they've done is they've called what's localized servers. So now they've installed more servers internationally. So next time that you log into Netflix, when you're trying to stream a show from a movie, rather than streaming it from the computers in California, there's now going to be computers located in Ottawa or Toronto or nearby. So the streaming service should be better quality and more responsive in terms of when you do a call to get your favorite program. And then finally, there's going to be a whole new notification system, because they now have live events that are happening. You're watching sporting events or things like that. So for the first time, you have to enter. You have event-based media. There are times in which you have to be sitting on your couch at 7 p.m. to watch a show. And so now Netflix has to put in a system that notifies you of that happening. Otherwise, you're going to miss it.
You know, I think they're way overthinking this, Kris. All they had to do was just change the stupid keyboard. Because the keyboard is dumb. And if like that's the worst keyboard ever. And if we would all be happy, I think that's it. But there was some talk and some releases that talked about the future of Netflix being things like it would customize trailers for your needs too, like for your viewing habits and all those things down the road. We're not there yet though, right?
No spoilers or anything like that. We're not quite at that point just yet. And the bad news is, in terms of this new Netflix experience, when is it coming? It's rolling out, which means some people are going to get it. Some people aren't going to get it right away. They say they're rolling it out over the coming weeks, even the coming months, globally around the world. So you might get it tomorrow. Somebody else might get it 2 weeks from now. I can't tell you when you're going to get it when you log into Netflix the next time.
Well, I'll tell you when I get it. How about that? Because I'll probably not be happy unless they fix the keyboard. Good stuff. Okay. Kris Abel, real Kris Abel, Krisabel, if you want to catch him online. He does share these things on X and YouTube and all those bits and pieces. We did talk about a little while ago. The day has come, the death of the Skype.
Yeah, I'm sharing, just not on Skype anymore. So 21 years later, Skype has finally died. The current owner, which has been Microsoft, says that it just has not been keeping up with the changes in the world of video calling. Obviously, Zoom has changed everything and Skype just hasn't caught up. So it's sad, time for it to come to an end, which happens. In the world of tech, a lot of brands don't survive as long as, say, brands like Coca-Cola, which can be there for generations. But in tech, things disappear rather quickly. The surprising thing about Skype is we forget that it started off as Swedish technology. If you're Swedish, be proud. Skype started off in Switzerland, and then it went through a number of different owners, including eBay and including the Canada Pension Investment Board. So for a brief time, it was kind of Canadian in content. It ended up being bought out by Microsoft because their attempt to do video calling with Windows Live Messenger failed big time. So the easy solution for them was just simply to buy Skype and get into the game that way.
Yeah, by the guys who are making it work properly. It'd be cool if they came out with Skype meatballs if it was from Sweden. All right, next on the list, Disney Plus has been something I've spent a little bit more time with lately. It's been pretty good. There's not a lot. It's not really my style, but there's some good shows in there. Enjoying that. Walt, Mr. Walt is getting a bit of a rebirth.
Yes, this is really interesting. So obviously right now, I mean, you keep hearing my reports. I'm always talking about robots. Don't shoot the messenger. That's just what's happening in the world right now. Humanoid robots. Every company, every country in the world is getting huge into humanoid robots. So Walt Disney has decided that they will invest and use humanoid robot technology to create a robot version of Walt Disney himself, the founder of Walt Disney. And in fact, what they're doing is, for anyone who's been to Disneyland in California, they have a section called the Hall of Presidents. And you can see Abraham Lincoln, an audio animatronic Abraham Lincoln. He's been up there performing, doing his speeches for many, many decades. In fact, Walt Disney himself was involved in terms of creating that innovative project. Well, now Walt Disney says they're going to create a robot version of Walt Disney himself. He'll take the place of Abraham Lincoln in that hall. The next time you go in, you're going to see Walt Disney in what's called Walt Disney: A Magical Life. He'll talk about his life, and it's a chance for you to meet him. He's going to do a 17-minute presentation. What's intriguing, and we haven't seen it yet, they've been giving previews, this is going to launch in July, is that Walt Disney, the company, says this is going to be their most lifelike character yet. So up until now, a lot of Walt Disney characters are kind of goofy, they're animated, they're cartoonish. No, this is going to be photorealistic. This should be convincing. You should feel when you meet this robot version of Walt Disney as if you're meeting the man himself.
I hope he's better than Care is from Lumon on Severance, because those robots are terrible. If you haven't watched that show, it makes no sense. But if you have watched that show, you get it. And it's very creepy and very, very scary. Kris, if you could get one robot for your house, what would be the first robot? What would they do?
Ooh, that's a good question. I think maybe a raccoon, something that could stay up all night, watch my place while I sleep, and take care of a few tasks.
That'd be all right. Go to the neighbors and crash some trash cans around while they're at it.
Yeah.
The neighbor you don't like. That's good stuff. All right, Kris, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, those are the places that you go. Real Kris Abel, KRISABEL. For all of this will be shared online so you can link up with it and get the information. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.